So yeah, what's going on, guys? C4IQ, penetrating your eardrums. Hopefully the audio's good. I want some backing music while I do this analysis. But hopefully you can hear me. I'm probably not going to look at the stream chat too much until I've done the whole match. Just because I've got some notes. I don't want to get sidetracked and make this longer than it needs to be. So yeah, hopefully you guys don't think I'm ignoring you and all that. But yeah, I want to get through the whole match. I've got some notes. I've got like basically 5 points. And then yeah, afterwards, I'll like interact with you guys. If I didn't explain something properly or if I missed something out, then I'll see it in the chat. But yeah, shouts to Junior again. He gave me permission to use the footage from Fighting Tuesday. Let me turn me up instead of turning the audio down, the BGM down. There we go. Yeah, so shout out to Junior for letting me use the footage from Fighting Tuesday. Hopefully, if this goes down well and I think I did a good job and you guys do, then I'll be doing this a bit more. So well, spoilers, because obviously this match is going to show you one. This happened, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Korean Wrestling Man versus Kaz, Grand Finals. At this point in time, Korean Wrestling Man is 1 game up and it's first 2 over there. So, but obviously if you want to see the whole set, the match prior to this and the whole tournament, go to Animeilluminate, Gina's channel, and you can catch it there. I'll put a link in the description when I upload this to YouTube for sure. So, hopefully this all goes well. This is the first time I'm doing it. Yeah. Godspeed to me. I'm going to need it. So, yeah. Korean Wrestling Man's a matchup. I'm going to point out some things that happened in the match. I'm going to cut to me in T mode so I can explain it a little bit more. As you can see, Kaz patented star, super dash, call an assist. Gets the first hit. Oh no, I haven't got a timer on. That's no problem. I'll work it out. There, it's not a big thing, but I just want to point out, I might be able to show you guys. He goes for a mix-up, Korean Wrestling Man, after the 16 assist, and then he calls 18. Unfortunately, Boo's too small. There, he's doing IAD light, but Boo is way too small for that. So that move completely whiffed. If he'd done heavy, he probably would have hit. But then he probably wouldn't have been able to get the double overhead. So, anyways, that's neither here nor there. That is what I wanted to talk about. So, let me run it back one more time. 18's 2S is so grimy. As an ex-18 player, I might go back, I doubt it very much. But this move is quite unreasonable. As you can see, it's going to lead to Kaz getting the Ugg boots to the brain, to the cranium. So, let me go to the stream. This move is pretty wild. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I know why I set to that. But we're going to not have him set to that for a minute. We're going to set him to reflect, because that's what Kaz did. He's on guard all. He's on crouch, but it's on switch block, so it doesn't really make a difference. I believe he did this. And then he opened him up. I'm guessing Kaz done reflect into a button, or reflect, hold up, reflect super dash, something like that. There's a few ways you can beat this. The way that I thought you could beat it isn't the way to beat it. So I thought, oh, well, surely if he's mashing a button like 5L or stand light attack, I'm going to get hit. No. And you get a combo. Even from that. Other characters might vary. If you're a higher character and the light hits higher, it might hit. Man, I'm going to have to say hit a lot more, because if hit did 5L, it might hit her doing 2S, because he's 5L hits pretty high. Good. I'm sick and tired of that word already. But obviously in this situation it was done against Boo, and Boo, yeah. At least there he can block, which I didn't know. Oh yeah, no. I messed up. So yeah, you cannot mash 5L. That is not a thing. If you've got a special, clearly, if you've got like a DP or whatnot, that'll work. 2H, that works. Certain characters, from my experience, it trades. And it's a really wonky trade. So you go flying, but they get hit by the Kai Blast, so they can't super dash after you. So it's not too bad. Obviously, you lose the pressure that you really want with 18. But yeah, sometimes that's a situation that happens. I guess it's just character dependent on what they're 2H looks like, or the animation on it. But yeah, what Kaz did is he was reflecting. He probably reflected in that sort of situation where he saw the move and he thought, oh, there's going to be a gap in here somewhere. So let me just start reflecting now. That's not what you want to do. You either want to 2H. I guess you could kind of do a reaction, or you want to reflect later. You want to reflect. You want to delay it. I can't do it now because the dummy's on that. But reflecting there kind of makes you have to block the next button anyway, unless you mash reflect. But no one really wants to do that. You don't really want to mash reflect. That is not advice I'd give to my worst enemy. So yeah, that's one thing. You'll see it a lot. Well, actually no, you don't see it that much. You should see it a lot more. Like, that is such a good way to reset pressure other than doing 6M. Obviously it loses the super dash as well. I should probably show that. There you go. Loses the super dash. That's anywhere on screen and all characters. There you go. So obviously be careful when you're doing it. But there is certain situations where that's better than doing 6M, like I showed earlier, that you get a combo off of it in certain situations. Hopefully I'll stop saying situations as well, because that's going to get annoying. But anyways, back to the match. That's the thing that happened. Yeah, skipped it back a little bit. Jumps out of the corner, calls Vegeta assist, standard. Misses the aerial. Yeah, there you go. And then he's getting his assist back while he's doing this combo. We're going to go for a Dragon Rush. Go for the mix-up. Kaz gets hits and techs away. Why not? Makes sense. What's the next bit I want to... Oh, yeah, okay. I know the next bit I want to talk about. Good block. Don't know what happened there. Korean Wrestling Man was probably baiting it. Hence why you do see him block ever so slightly. But then he gets counter hit. I froze this so much and I could not see the button he was doing. You see the block animation. There you go. But then he clearly presses the button and gets whacked. Yamcha gets a knockdown. Spirit Ball brings in the Grownist. In a perfect world, he would have 2H that. Okay, that was the bit I wanted to talk about. So I believe some people think... some people's idea of a trip guard is obviously like hitting someone on the way down from an attack. This is not a trip guard. I think it's safe to say this is not a trip guard. Trip guards are different. They vary from game to game on the definition and how they work, whatnot. But in this situation, I won't go over what a trip guard is because I'll probably at one point have to go into it when it happens actually in the match. But this is not a trip guard. What this is Korean Wrestling Man committing to hold it up. So after the legs, he's thinking, I need to get out of this corner. The best way is up. He blocks that. I believe that's 5M. And what happens is, because he's up, because his jump's been stopped by this normal, he believes he's going up. He's not going up now. Because the normal stopped it, he's on his way down. And what happens is the 2M hits him not before he gets the ground. That would be sort of a definition of a trip guard. What is happening is that he's holding up, so he's not blocking low. So even though he's in the air, he has to hold down back. He's holding probably up back. He's probably holding up back because he blocked the first normal. So it's not even in the case that he's holding up forward. He's blocking, he's just not blocking low. And he got hit low in the air, which is kind of grimy. I can show this. I don't need to pick go on to show this. All I need to do is set the dummy to jump and guard all, right? So let's give Korean Wrestling Man the benefit of the doubt, right? He's holding up back. This is what's going to happen. Oh, messed that up. Hold on. That's why. So yeah, I'll have to switch block. So he's not going to switch block. He's literally holding up back because he's jumping and he's blocking, right? He got hit. So that's what's happening to him. To demonstrate why he needs to hold down back, I'm going to do that, pause it, change the setting to crouch, which means it has to be down, and he's blocking, so it's back. And then he blocks it. So that's basically what happened. He was holding up back prior to blocking the 5M in the first place. And Kaz just went into the Gatling, hit him on his legs, and takes away his 18. Yeah, it's looking pretty bad for Korean Wrestling Man at the moment. 18 went pretty quick. Pretty quick. Next point is the Spark. So, Tech Spark in Dragon Rush Spark. That was a sick bait by Korean Wrestling Man as well. Should happen a little bit. I believe I was sort of confused because I wanted to know what Kaz was doing, why he got hit in a certain situation. I think it's coming up. That's not the one. Oh, yes, after he grabs him, then he mixes him up. He goes for a cross-up. So there, right, it's really hard to see. It's super hard to see. But there is like a white flash that happens just before Yamcha gets hit. So I thought, oh, man's Dragon Rushing. But he's not, because I'll show you in T-mode in a minute. There's two different coloured sparks. There's a white one and then there's a... Did you see it there? Oh, I probably missed it. There's a white one, which is recovery, and there's the green one, which is a Dragon Rush. I thought Kaz Dragon Rush the first time I watched it, and I was like, hold on a minute, that doesn't look right. Turned out, what happened is, the assist recovered. So, you see Gohan's getting hit here. I didn't know this, but assist also had the recovery spark. There we go. So that white spark that happened, I don't know why I call it spark, that white explosion, like... looks like a sound wave. The white sound wave appears because Gohan's taken out of being comboed. It's got nothing to do with Yamcha. I thought it was Kaz doing something which caused the white spark, and I was like, but there's nothing that does that. So if I go to back to T mode, here you'll see it. See the green spark, explosion, sound wave, whatever you want to call it. I can't even call it green at this point, can I? Let's call it turquoise. Let's call it turquoise. Let me play it safe. I want to be super PC right now. So yeah, that's what that looks like. And the white spark, let me make man's not block for a sec. White spark. So whenever they recover from either the ground, I believe it's from the ground as well. Double check. There you go, even from the ground, you get a white spark. So, to be fair to Kaz, I was thinking, hold on, he's done something, but I didn't say counter hit. Looked into it a little bit more, found out that Kaz didn't do a damn thing. Well, not anything as in pressing a button. Unfortunate, but anyways. 16, the last of the Mohicans going in, taking out Yam. The next point's going to be, it's not so much a mechanic, it's Korean Wrestler Man's conditioning. So there's something that's going to happen at about 20 seconds or so, and then the situation's going to happen again, and he's going to do the most, for me, really smart thing. He does a really smart thing where he's gone, okay, last time I did this to you, you did this, I'm going to adapt. So here, it's throwing Kai Blast, he runs in, he notices that Kaz IED'd forward and hit L, right? Let me just run it back. I know it's clear as day, but yeah. He's gone, okay, you're not going to super dash through my Kai Blast. I run forward, whoops, I blocked up an air L from the IED. He probably held up back and got hit with a 5L, more than likely. I don't believe he got counter hit. Yeah, he's trying to escape. So, he's put that in the memory banks. He's gone, okay, this is what you like to do when you block Kai Blast from Vegeta from full screen. I guess he's kind of respecting the fact that, Kaz is respecting the fact that Korean Wrestling Man could DP or 2H if he goes through the Kai Blast. So this is when it happens again. It's not the exact same because he does the Kai Blast in the air, but it's the same scenario. So he blocks it. This is Galaxy Brain stuff. This is really Galaxy Brain stuff. I'll explain why, right? I won't go into team mode to show you. I'll just slow it down. What he does, right, is he noticed last time of the pressure from the L. What Korean Wrestling Man does is goes, okay, I'm going to preemptively press M with Vegeta, medium attack, which has got way more range than his own light with Vegeta and Kid Boo's light. Like Kid Boo's elbow. So he just does the M as soon as he leaves the ground. For a split second, you can see that Kaz is doing air rail with Kid Buu. You'll see when I slow it down. Right? So there's a Kai Blast. There's Kaz blocking it. He goes, okay, this is when Kaz goes in. And he doesn't even have... He does have his assist this time. The last time, he had no assists. And Korean Wrestling Man didn't have 16. So they were going in bareback. Completely bareback. But Kaz has got an assist this time. So he was like, I have to hit him before I start blocking again. I have to hit him. So he air-to-airs him. There you are. Oh, great. Spot on. Bellissimo. That is Kid Buu doing aerial. That's his wind-up for his elbow. But because Korean Wrestling Man pressed his M yesterday, he beat him to the punch. Galaxy Brain. What conditioning? Like, he literally set him up for the same scenario. Genie arse, mate. Genie arse. Gets a knockdown. I mean, there's one more point. This is more like... If there was, like, pub quizzes on Dragon Ball Z, this is one of those situations. Which I wasn't aware of. And it's basically to do with the text that pops up on the screen. Like, there you saw, like, the guard break, super move, blah, blah, blah. It's the anti-air text that pops up on the screen. I wasn't sure how it became active, when and why, and what effects make it pop up. It sounds really stupid because it's like, well, clearly when you anti-air, but it's not that simple. I will T-mode it and show you. Ooh, that IAD setup on the Dragon Rush is to stop, to not get hit by incoming DPs and level 3s. Good block. I don't want to be that guy, but he definitely could have punished a lot harder than that. But it's a minor. He jumped, blocked the DP, the vanish was so high that he probably got a 2M punish. Yeah, that was I want to say unfortunate. I think what happened, not trying to take anything away from Kaz, is that he blocked and called the assist, thinking that he had goal on assist or something. To call Kid Buu assist when you're getting grounded by an airstring, I don't know. Maybe it's just muscle memory. So, I believe it's here. There it is, yeah. So what happens is, he done the same thing he done against Gohan. He got the knockdown with 16. He does IAD light, which forces Gohan to address the ground game, because obviously he tried to jump. The IAD L is to kind of keep them glued down to the ground. Does the same with Kid Buu. On Kaz's half, he's gone, oh, okay, this happened last time. You're probably going to go for an IAD, right? Kaz does the right thing. He absolutely does the right thing. It is the right thing. It's not the thing that worked, but it was definitely the right thing. The thing that would have worked was probably Reflect. But he doesn't do Reflect. He goes, you're going to IAD. I am going to 2H you. He 2Hs. We can see Kid Buu swinging his hair back and forth. He 2Hs. The anti-air comes up, but 16 blocks. How unreasonable is that? And then what happens? Reflect. Bidoof. Shoulders. So, let me try and replicate. I can't replicate it exactly. Just because of how the dummy functions work. But what I can do is give examples of when the 2H will pop up on the screen. Sorry, not 2H. The anti-air. So, if that's an anti-air move, it doesn't activate on the ground, right? Cool. It also doesn't anti-air like that. Even though 16 is clearly off the ground, 6M doesn't count as it is an overhead, but it's not an air attack. It's not an air attack. So that's why sometimes you'll see, I guess you can do it like this. There you go, you got counter hit. There is start up on 2H anyway, so you can get hit with an air attack onto some 2Hs, just because the invisibility is not kicked in straight away. But I think that's the perfect example to show you that even though he's airborne, you can't 2H 6Ms, just straight up. It just depends on what normal you do it from. That's just an interruption, because there's not enough blocks done on the 5L. I guess I should set him to... Oh, that's why. He's not on switch block. So, okay, let's do it this way. I'm getting hit, but it's not saying anti-air. And that's because my medium's not coming out in time. So if I get the medium to come out, it should say anti-air. But it's not doing it. Gutted. We all learning today. Yeah, so it's not saying it there either. And I'm clearly doing an air attack. What about if I do it... No, still... It's saying counter hit, but it's not saying anti-air. It's not saying anti-air there either. How did I make him say anti-air? I can't remember now. What about if I don't press a button? If I don't press a button, it doesn't say anything. Right, it said anti-air there, but I didn't get anti-aired. So it must be the timing on the air attack I'm doing. Again, anti-air, didn't hit me. And when it does hit me, it doesn't say anti-air. I did get it to say anti-air on hit before. There was another thing that I realised is it only says anti-air on an air attack that is an overhead. So if I do that, it will never say anti-air, even if I hit him. Like, that I did test. There are other moves I could try with. I guess I could try it with Vegeta's dive kick. Because that's not an overhead. But, there you go. It doesn't work on moves that aren't overheads. That aren't air overheads, sorry. There we go. But yeah, I don't know why I couldn't get it to say anti-air on hit. Like, there again it said anti-air. There we go. So that time I got the M out. It said all of it. Smash, can hit, and anti-air. It's really finicky. Again, said it on block though, on a safe jump. What I'm taking away from him, I'm going to have to test it a little bit more, is that it will only say anti-air if you press a button. If you do an empty and you hit or block, it won't say anti-air. Like, you have to be doing a button that can be anti-aired for it to say anti-air. But like I said, I don't know why it's not giving me... There you go, I got anti-air that time. It might be what I'm making them block in the first place, to be fair. But yeah, that was the 5 things that I wanted to talk about. Hopefully that wasn't just boring bombardment of information. Some stuff to take away from that. I'll upload this to YouTube, Situational Damage. But like I said before, hit up Giuna's Animeilluminate for the set. And every Tuesday, Fighting Tuesday, DBZ tournaments. Some of the most sickest play. I need to see this week's because it's got Abigail in there. But yeah. Take it easy, guys. Peace.